Hi, my name is Elna from elnakane.com, and for today's video, we're going to talk about your writing portfolio. Now, do you have one? Is it on your blog? Is it somewhere else? For this one, I wrote a post about some must-haves so that you can stand out with your new portfolio. Because if you're brand new, you're thinking, well, geez, I don't have a lot right now. And so if you want to gain some writing jobs, it needs to stand out from other writers that are in your niche, okay? Because your portfolio is sort of like your business card. It's going to get you in the doors of other businesses. They can look at your portfolio, see the quality of your writing, and hire you based on those factors. But there's more to it than just, giving them a link to a blog post or giving them a link to your portfolio. So let's look at how you can make your portfolio stand out. I have a post on elnakane.com, so go ahead and read it. It's about 3,000 words. I have a lot to say about your portfolio, but I'll just go through it with you in a little bit faster mode so that you can get the gist of what I'm trying to tell new writers about their portfolio. Now, the first thing that your portfolio should demonstrate is your writing niche. So it must target the people that you are trying to attract. Are you attracting B2B businesses in a specific industry like beauty or pets or sales technology, for example? Are you attracting B2C companies in an industry like sustainable living? What about solopreneurs, coaches, magazines, publications, brands? There's a lot of different other types of clients that you can have, but these are the main types of businesses and people that you're going to be working with online. And it's your portfolio that's going to speak to them. It's going to help them figure out if you're the right writer for them. So I give an example. If you want to do, let's say, beauty as a copywriter in the B2B tech space, I would suspect writing samples around topics about the best beauty tools, maybe some virtual makeovers, or creating a sustainable beauty product using the technology that's available. Think about your one core niche, if it's finance, if it's tech, and how you can show your portfolio in that light. If you have more than one interest, it's best to start narrowing down your niches. I do have a video on that, so make sure to check that out after this video. But I do want to show you this little GIF that I created. Now, even though I told you to have one niche, I'm sure you've known that when I first started in 2014, this is my portfolio in 2015, April of 2015, I did not have a niche. As you can see, I had health, I had career, I had education. I was all over the place because I was ecstatic. I'm like, wow, I am gaining jobs here and I have some guest posts out and my writing is on the internet. I'm going to just put everything I want on my portfolio here. And that's what I did. I had things from LinkedIn, guest posters and things like that. So back then, I was still able to get a health client based from this portfolio, get a digital marketing client based on this portfolio. But nowadays, if you want to get paid top dollar, but nowadays clients want expertise. They want almost like a subject matter expert writing for them. So when we look at my portfolio currently, it's around my wheelhouse, which is digital marketing. And under that is social media, blogging. And I do have some WordPress in there because I have some clients that want me to write about WordPress or are associated with WordPress. So like GoDaddy is, for example. I have my best pieces up front here and everything here is about marketing aspects online. If I do have ones that aren't related, they might be at the bottom, but I took those out years ago. And so I really niched down to wanting these specific jobs based around my portfolio pieces here. The second way to stand out is to make sure that your writer website has a page on it for your portfolio. I want you to treat your writer website as your main marketing tool to land clients, because that's what happened to me. I used my writer website and I linked to it in my author bio. I linked to it in my posts. I linked to it anywhere I could on social media to show them, hey, come to my site, take a look at what I am offering, because that's ultimately what I want. I want the right people coming to my site, reading my content and looking through my portfolio to see what type of writer I am. And that means you should at least have a portfolio on your writer website. And so you can see in one of my first writing pitches that I sent out, I do have my LinkedIn profile, and then I do have my Twitter, my Facebook, and then I have my writer website link right here, as well as right here at the bottom. All right, and I do show you if you need help with creating a portfolio in the back end of WordPress, you can go to a new page and, make sure to have a title and add a media and text block to fill in the information. It's quite easy nowadays. And when you do that, it becomes a professional niche down type of portfolio. So if I go to Jessica's here health portfolio, it's on her website. I can immediately see, wow, she is an expert in healthy eating topics. That's really niched down. I need someone to write about my healthy eating plan that I have created for, busy people kind of thing, right? Like that's what they're going to be looking at when they look at Jessica's portfolio. And of course, if you need help with creating this whole entire writer website, I do have a course called Writer Website in a Weekend. All right, the third thing is that each piece in your portfolio has an author bio. And what that means is that when clients click on your link, they are directed to a place where they can see your name up front or on that piece. So I made it a choice that when I created my little image of my portfolio piece, that my name is visible. It's not on every piece. You can see not on every piece here. Oh, it's not on this one right here, but it's on GoDaddy, it's on Optin Monster, and it's not on some of these other ones, right? But I make it a choice. Here's another one here with my name here, and my name there. So you can see that I do my best to, if it's based on the client's theme, if my name is underneath the title or around it, then I can take a snapshot of that and make sure that it matches, it's cohesive, so they know that I wrote it. Now, of course, if you're doing mostly ghostwriting, you cannot put these on your portfolio unless you ask permission, and I would make sure to put it a little blurb here saying I do mostly ghostwriting. I have asked my previous or my current clients if I can share my content on my page, and they agreed, so that prospects know that, like, okay, they're a ghostwriter, and that if I hire them, then they have respect to not share my piece if I tell them not to share it on their writer website kind of thing. Some writers also just link to a author page. So I could, with Blogging Wizard, I could just link to my author page here, and then people can see all my posts on one main page. You can do that if, it's a long-standing client you've had for several years. Just link to, your author page, and then in your portfolio, you can put something like 37 articles or 50 articles you've written for them kind of thing. The next thing is maybe you're thinking, well, should I do a PDF or should I make it a link? If you're brand new, what are you supposed to do if you don't have any writing online? My suggestion is, at this point, I wouldn't email the PDF. I mean, this is kind of dated. This is what I did, I didn't know. And so what I would do is I would create my document in Google Docs. I would download it as a PDF, and then I would use something like Contently to import my PDF there. That might be a nicer way to showcase your PDFs through a portfolio site like Contently. And then I just have a little blurb that it might be a nice idea to keep a PDF or a running total of your content that you write for clients or that you write online on your blog, so that you can start tweeting about it maybe at the end of the year, the beginning of the year. And this is an example of what Eve Arnold has done. She said she's written 700 articles, and it's just a nice little tweet that got a lot of engagement kind of thing. And it's motivation for you. The next way to make your portfolio stand out is to make sure you have topics you want to write more of in your portfolio. If you just landed on writing about tech and beauty and you really love that, I would definitely showcase tech and beauty more and more in your portfolio than your other maybe lifestyle beauty topics or gift guides for beauty tools kind of thing if you don't want to write about that. The next thing is, of course, have your best writing sample as the first item. For me, it's also the type of brand. So a recognized brand like Smart Blogger, GoDaddy, and Optin Monster are big names in the SaaS space. So I like to feature those first. So for you, if you don't have big names, it's going to be your best writing sample and in the topic that you want to get paid in. Of course, you want to have sort of like the correct portfolio format. I have visited some portfolios and I was a bit confused. Like, here's an example. There was no links here. She just mentioned scripts that she created, and she may not have had the actual script online, but I do have some suggestions at the end of my post that I can share with you. And so you can format it like Ashley here has on her portfolio page. She created a little graphic you can do on Canva, and then on the side she listed all of her content clients for blogs, and then these are ones for ebooks and guides. So she formatted her portfolio based on the type of content she provides for clients. So she's broken up her portfolio that way. Mine, I do mostly blog writing, so I don't need to split it up through type of content, but I do split it up through type of topic. So I have digital marketing, and then social media, and then the next one and the next one. Make sure prospects can find your portfolio and writing samples on your menu. Make sure it's understandable that that's where your writing is. So you can call it your writing samples, your working samples, where you write. These are just different names that you can put on your menu, but most likely clients or prospects are going to find and want to see a portfolio page that says portfolio on it. As well, it's up to date. Now, this is something that I failed to do do. I don't update my portfolio very often. There could be weeks or even a month or more that I don't go to my portfolio. And so it's important that you do keep it up to date. Because of that, because of the post, I started writing the post because I found a dead link in my portfolio. And that just prompted me like, oh my gosh, maybe this is happening to other people. I need to fix this and try to optimize it better, kind of thing. Make sure that your portfolio has a clear call to action. So I have just a little button that says, let's talk after they review my content. And, my little shtick kind of thing is to always have more than one portfolio online. Have a LinkedIn portfolio, a Contently one. Do one on ClearVoice. Do one on Medium. Do one on your writer website. There's lots of different places you can have a portfolio and try them out. Some questions here. What about big name brands? Do you need that for your portfolio, or can you get away without having big name brands? Of course you can. You can have a nice solid portfolio with brands that may not be as popular as the ones I have on my portfolio, and that's okay, as long as it shows and demonstrates your best writing. And then there was a question about how do you protect your portfolio from others stealing it? I haven't had that happen. Make sure that there's a copyright on your portfolio page. That always helps. Always have the name that's there, and when people click on it, it has your name. These things are important to show that this is your writing, so that no one can steal it, kind of thing. Other ideas, if it's like a PDF, you might want to watermark it, have your blog URL, something around there so that people can't just rip that content from that PDF. But overall, the thoughts and things you post online is your intellectual property. So if your portfolio items have an author bio directing readers that you wrote the article, then the likelihood of it getting stolen is less. Okay, so just be aware of that. And then should your online portfolio and physical portfolio have the same pieces? It depends. I know there's a lot of writers that say they've been a writer 20 years ago, and they have a lot of old newspapers and magazines that they wrote for many years ago. And what should they do? My suggestion, if it's that old, you might want to create new samples online. But if there's something that's 10 years old, 5 to 10 years old, you can try to scan the article online. This is what Jane has done, I guess. I think that's a scanned magazine article. And then she just put it into her media library on her writer website and put a link. And then when I click on it, this is what opens basically. So, all right. And that's pretty much it. Basic do's and don'ts. Don't wait for clients to publish your piece. If you, submitted a guest post and it's been 6 weeks and they haven't published your piece, in that time, create a post on Medium, create a blog post, do other things to create content online. Make sure you use a portfolio builder if you want. I have a video of the best portfolio sites, and make sure not to include irrelevant content. It's all targeted towards your main writing niche. And then here's just a little thing at the end. What Como suggested is that if you're starting out as a freelance writer or been working for a while but aren't getting clients, she suggests to work on your portfolio. So marketing does matter. So it says don't send docs as portfolio, instead get some articles published on Medium or as guest posts. That's exactly what I teach, and that's what I believe in as well. You can have these, PDFs on your portfolio page if that's all you have, but your goal is to get published articles and get those links instead. So there you go. Those are the 11 must-haves for a standout portfolio. Tell me in the comments what things you're doing to make your portfolio more optimized to snag clients. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next